What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a good one for you. Today I'm going to show you how to beat Firebase Z completely solo, the safest way to do it in a reasonable amount of time. I'm able to complete this over and over in under an hour, so I think you guys will be able to too. If this guide helps you, hit subscribe button, join the channel, and here we go. Let's jump straight into it. So an instant time saver is right here. If you're able to complete this jump, it will save you from having to open that first door and get you moved on to opening power right away. Opening power is the first step, and if you need help doing that, I have a guide in my description that should be able to help you guys out. Your next step is to return back to spawn after pack and power are turned on and interact with Reznov. Once that is done, head over to Peck, interact with him, return to Reznov, interact with him, and he's going to give you this ID badge right here that is for the next step, which is to run around and collect 3 vials that are placed inside lockers throughout the map. The first one is placed right here in spawn, and I'd grab that right on the way back to the portal. The next one is placed in engineering in the bottom floor right here in this locker. The next one is placed over in the colonel's office right above Jug. Once you have collected all 3, head over here in the field hospital and you're going to be able to mix the compound. Now be careful, because when you do this, a couple dogs will spawn, so just have a heads up. Once you get rid of those dogs, head back in there and you'll be able to pick up the next piece. Now that you have that piece, you're going to head over to the OPD area and you're going to be able to place that on top of this AC. Now you're going to head down and interact with Peck a couple more times until he tells you to head over to the data center. Once he does that, you're going to head right over there. Now that you're in the upstairs area of the data center, you're going to come over here and interact with this trap machine. Once you do that, you're going to be able to pick one of these up, and this is where things get a little bit trickier. Your goal is to have 3 mimic zombies spawn from ground objects such as salvage, this bow you see on the screen, or things like that. Now you need to have them spawn from specific parts of the map. So the first one is right here in the motor pool, the second one is around the colonel's office, and your third one is going to be back at spawn. Now they don't spawn all 3 at once and make it easy for you, they make it kind of difficult. So you would need to do one each round, and if it doesn't spawn, I'd just stay in that area until it does spawn. Once they do spawn like you're seeing here, I get them really weak, and then I throw down that trap that we got. Double tap square to activate it, and if they're weak enough, it'll be able to suck it up. Now that it is trapped, I head back over to the data center where I can input that trap back to where I got it. If it is a correct one, it will give me a quote, and then Weaver will shortly respond with, "That's it, get the next one." If it's wrong, it'll say, "That memory is useless and you need to get another one." What I do to get these to spawn so quickly is I stay in the area that I need next, and I run around there for a round or 2. And once that happens, I usually get one, and it's pretty easy. I've never had one fail more than twice, so that is the tactic I take at it. And remember, you need to get one in spawn, the motor pool, and then around the colonel's office. That'll be the easiest bet to get one to work. This is the hardest part of the Easter egg, so stay patient and you will get through it. So since that step takes such a long time and it could take multiple rounds to get it done, I usually like to work on the Reiki during this time. Now if you need help building this Reiki, I will have a link in my description along with the power guide that will help walk you through it. I wanted to show you where I got mine to spawn in the military command or the colonel's room. And this is where I got it to spawn in at spawn. Once you complete that, the floppy disk will begin to be processed from within the machine. Once this is done, you are able to pick it up. Make sure you do that and do not forget. Now head over to the planning offices where you'll be able to insert this floppy disk into this machine. This will now activate the OPD and open the doors. Walk up inside the OPD to make sure that you can activate the portal. Now you're going to interact with Peck. You're going to keep interacting with him until he closes his shutters. You will then receive a code from Revanov. When you receive this code, interact with the cabinet right next to his office. When this happens, pick up the piece. Once you have that piece, make sure you go out back in Scorched Defense and you will be able to pick up a shovel in one of the bunkers. Now that you have the shovel, you'll be able to dig in 3 places. This is the first place. When you dig in this place, it is going to be a mimic game. So the goal is to find the right canister. You can do this by seeing the black mist inside. If it has black mist, that means it's a bad canister. This is an example of a bad canister. You can see the black mist foaming around it. Now this is a good canister, and you can tell because there is very little to no black mist. When you see that, just hold square on it to pick it up. The next place you're going to dig is out back at Jungle Defense. It's right here in the middle section, and it'll begin a lockdown step. Now this lockdown's a bit harder than normal, it gets a little chaotic in there, so make sure you save a zombie before you go into it. When you finish this, the green circle will go away and you will be able to pick up this canister. Each of the Ethereum reactors has a corresponding canister, so just make sure when you pick one up, you just go put it right in. Now for the next one, you for sure have to have the Reiki. Make sure you switch it to the slow fire mode in order to slow this canister down, that way you can pick it up. If you get too close, it's going to move around. Just shoot it, as you see here, and it'll slow down eventually and you'll be able to pick it up. Once you have all 3 of the canisters in their Ethereum reactors, you're going to be able to go interact with the portal that leads to the dark ether. Once you do so, it'll go away, then a couple of quotes will come up. You need to wait for these quotes to finish. Once these quotes finish, you'll be able to interact with this computer right here. Now the way this computer game works is it's like a mini game. So there's going to be little stars along the computer and you'll be able to use the D-pad to move your star around and to point at them. What you need to do is look for one of the stars that come up with a question mark. When a question mark appears, just click X on it and it will start the next scene. Now after this scene, you need to make sure that you are ready for the boss fight, because after you do this, there's no going back. Now when you feel as if you are ready, make your way back up to where the old dark ether portal used to be and interact with it. Now you are onto the boss fight. Now that you're on the boss fight, you're going to be going up against a stronger order than the natural 30 round order. It's still fairly easy and you should have no problems with it. So the best way to do it is just to not stop moving. If you keep moving, keep shooting, you're going to have no problems with it. All you have to do is not get too close, because if you get too close, he will instant down you. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward fight. All you got to do is take his health out, and once you do that, it's over and you'll be hit with a cutscene. Now if this video helped you out and helped you complete this solo, hit the like and subscribe button, as I will be doing plenty of solo guides in the upcoming maps, and I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on that. Thank you all for watching and have a good one.